Hi, welcome to a video of my flea market finds for Saturday, May 23rd, 2026. Was a good day at the flea market. First purchase, well, I went right away to see one of the sellers I know who sold me several things in the past. He had a bunch of CDs, but I checked and there were some new ones, and I spotted some yellow CDs, and I recognized this. This is somebody cut the whatever type of sleeve, cardboard sleeve the single CD had, but this is Yellow the Race, which I have on vinyl because I bought it new around I think the year it came out, 1988. I wanted to have Oh Yeah on vinyl, and it has the dance mix of Oh Yeah, and of course, oh, the single version of Oh Yeah is the one I like on this 12-inch. The Race, of course, is so, and I remember that summer it was so hot, I didn't have air conditioning yet. I remember playing that lying on my bed with the windows open, no wind at all coming in. I don't know if I had a fan or not. Anyway, so this was $1, and this one I wasn't sure at the time this morning if I had it on red. I'm almost sure I already have, because I know I have it on vinyl. Man, I'm getting old and confused. But it was $1, so this is Yellow Flag with the Race on it, but not the same version. I don't think it's the same version, so $2 for that. Then I was in the middle of another aisle, the second aisle, and there was some commotion and people getting stuff out, and I spot a record picker there, like going through records, so I said, okay, I'll check whatever he left. I arrived just a little bit too late, and I spent over an hour there checking all the boxes of vinyl records. There were two sellers. The other one I didn't get anything yet, but when I came back later to make sure nobody had added anything, I did get something at the end of the video, you'll see. Anyway, I went through, I don't know, 7-8 boxes of LPs, and I got these 14 12-inch records plus a little bonus, and they were $1 each, plus he had a few things. I got one DVD, one VHS, one CD that we'll see after. So this I already got from as a gift from YouTube user Michi45. I wasn't sure if this would be an upgrade or not. I decided not to take any chance. It's just a cool kitsch record just for the cover, or for $1. This, we'll switch to French for a few records here. Tableau d'honneur, janvier, février, mars 1970. C'est une compilation de disques de Denis Espantis, là. Et il y a Generac Voyage entre nuit et clarté, qui est la face B du 45 tours mâle que j'ai. Ah, j'en peux plus. Ah, je pense que c'est sur étiquette Action. Puis juste pour la photo de Johnny Rock que j'ai jamais vu nulle part, je dis oh non, faut que je le prenne juste ne serait-ce que pour la pochette. Le disque c'est une compile de 10 chansons. La compile est bonne. Les filles n'aiment pas les tambours. Le Simon, c'est une Christie de bonne tune, mais je l'ai déjà sur un long jeu de Simon. Il y a Je t'aime moi non plus de Pierre Sénécal aussi. Fait que j'ai décidé de le prendre, je le vois jamais. Oui, je l'ai déjà plus qu'une fois, mais celui-là, il n'y a pas une maudite scratch dessus. Pas le pont, Opération Bonbon, ça vient bien sûr de Patoff. So this is a children's record. I already have a copy, but this one has no scratches on it. I collect every Patoff. Patoff was a clown. Like I've said in the past, if you're not a regular viewer of my videos, Patoff is a French-Canadian 70s, early 70s equivalent of Krusty the Clown. Same thing. Clown, TV show, sold a lot of crap. His records, when his own records, 6 minutes on each side. The groove like ended there, and then you have a long like move like that towards the center of the record. But other records were made for the other characters, the cast members. This is Gilbert Chénier. Ça c'est Gilbert Chénier qui écrivait les textes du programme de Patoff jusqu'en 1975 avant qu'il meure. Puis c'est ça, il est en bon état. 12 pouces disco de Martin Stevens la dernière fois. Je suis pas sûr si je l'avais ou pas, j'ai pas pris de chance, je l'ai pris. Disco 12-inch French Canadian. Music too. This is very good. This is a little Patrick Adams disco, so it's good. I already have it, of course. I remember getting a copy at 99 cents, early 80s, and I played the heck out of it. And I wasn't sure if yes or no I had a backup copy of it. I might already have a second copy, but I wasn't sure. Then what is $1 today in 2026, you know? So decided to get this. Some unknown disco, and I did a few spot checks, and it sounds great. The New Birth Disco, produced by James Baker and Melvin Wilson for Basement Productions, 1976. So for a little bit I checked, sounded good. And yep, another disco record. It says Shaw, Discover Me, and disco is in orange and me is pink. And what's interesting, they use this image without this, or just with disco, for 12-inch single covers by London Records. So that's pretty interesting. So it's on a Phase 4 stereo London, so that's pretty cool. 1976, so I like it. And this I wasn't sure if I had or not, so I decided to get it. Rhythms of the World, Van McCoy. Really, I'm unsure if I had it or not already. Decided to get it. Was clean. This I was glad because I collect Gino Soccio, or Soccio, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Soccio. He produces music in Montreal. So this is Remember, which is one of my favorite songs. It's from, I forgot the title of the album. It's on his 4th album from 1982. But there's a remix. This is a remix side. I suspect this side is probably the LP version. 634, 630, yeah, same timing, so it's hard to say. In great shape, so yes, for $1. Love Child's Afro-Cuban Blues Band, Out of Among Them. I did a few spot checks, it sounded great, so I'm glad I got this. What's the year? 1975. And yep. And then, man, I couldn't believe it that the picker left these behind. Not one, not two, but 3 Bohannon records. I already have a beat up copy of this, so this is an upgrade. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. Insides Out, Bohannon, 1975. Another 1975 album that came out right after it. Bohannon, just self-titled Bohannon. Also played today. And then this is the best of the 3. Darn, I hate US pressings. This is why I hate US record covers. The cardboard is bad and flimsy, and it's really prone to ring wear. Bohannon, Dance Your Ass Off, and this one is great. Like Trying to Be Slick and Party People. Oh, I love those. Especially Trying to Be Slick is. And then I was hungry for more Bohannon after, so I went on YouTube and played the beginning. I didn't have time to finish Bohannon. I need these two here. Bohannon, Stop and Go, or Stop Go, and Bohannon, Keep on Dancing. I need those two. Well, I need Bohannon, Keep on Dancing, because I started playing it, and it's funkier than the 3 we just looked at, and I really need it. Then I got this. I didn't have this. It, of course, the motion picture soundtrack of Batman by Prince. Batman Prince. There we go. And there's a little dent in the corner there, but record is in great shape. Prince vinyl record for $1. And in the box of records I found this, and I knew where it goes because I already have it. But I think mine I've never played, because I think mine the hole is not punched out. But I tested it. Of course, it sounds as bad as you expect with the sound quality of these cardboard record. But it came in a double LP compilation of American Bandstand or rock and roll music. So it's just this Dick Clark. What's really funny is that I saw this on a Facebook group just last night. It's amazing. So I got these 14 records, and like I said, I picked this one DVD because I couldn't remember if I had it or not. I love this movie, Somewhere in Time. So it's a chick flick, but it's a time travel flick at the same time. I love it. I must have watched it 2 or 3 times. And in 1989, when I went to New York City for a Roger Rabbit auction, which I lost. Well, I bought another cell, which I sold. It's a long story. I did go to Tower Records to look for the Roger Rabbit, Who Framed Roger Rabbit soundtrack LP, which I found and bought. At the same time, I found a U.S. pressing of the Somewhere in Time vinyl soundtrack for $5. I still have it. So I have it on CD as well, but I'm not sure if I have the DVD or not. Maybe I do, but this, who cares, because if I do, it's not this collector's edition widescreen, because it comes with a documentary. So, oh my goodness, so I love this movie. So then I got this VHS. It's 51 minutes, I think I saw on the tape. Squiddy Diddly. I thought I was buying a French one. It's actually in English. I don't know if I'm glad or not, but I want to. And off-model cover here. These are better. And today is like 1 week ago. It was the 60th anniversary of the Beach Boys' Pet Sounds. And yeah, the CD has some new bonus tracks, and there's an extensive booklet inside. So it was the first one in the box of CDs. I couldn't believe it. So I got this. So that's 17 items. If you don't count this got thrown in. 14 LPs, 17 rounded up to 15. So I forgot to calculate how much. If it comes to less than $1 per item, so yay! And before I left the table, after paying this, I checked, and on this table I had other stuff, all kinds of stuff, and you have this Thunderbird 2, and it's Matchbox 1992. I said, how much? He said $5. Yoink! The only problem, because well, if you press the button, I won't press them because the spring is getting looser. But if you press the 2 buttons, the legs stand out, and the landing legs come out. Apparently, if you pull this is supposed to drop, and you open a door, I think, on that side, and you have a Thunderbird 4 in it. So I'm anxious to know if it's there. It won't open. I tried, I'm afraid to break it, and I looked up on the internet, and I'm afraid to break it because maybe the latch is stuck, or it pisses me off. I want to open it to see if there's a Thunderbird 4 inside. So I got this for $5. Then I move on to another table. How we're doing on time? Okay, we're still good. Another table not too far had a bunch of LPs. This mainly nothing good. Saw a stack of 45s, some with sleeves, some without sleeves. The ones without sleeves had no scratches, or barely any scuffs or scratches. And I just started pulling like randomly, and I saw a record. Ooh, okay. So I checked the whole pile, but I only end up with one record, the one I pulled out at the beginning. And I offer 50 cents, and he said sure. And it's Brigitte Bardot, song composed by Miguel Gustavo. This turns out to be a 1961 Canadian pressing of the original version by Georges Veiga. I don't know if I pronounce it right. And barely any scuffs or scratches on it. So I got this for 50 cents. The other side is by Atolfo Alves Regina Maria. It's Marcha do Miundinho. Sorry for butchering it. BC 125. Well, it's hard to find on Discogs. Then at another table, the guy had some collector things and expensive things. Then I saw something, made an offer. When he said how much they were, couldn't believe it. So I found these rubberish Obelix and Asterix figurines. They say on them copyright 1991 by Pelican with a K. What is there a 4 on him? Are they numbered? It's hard to say. No. Oh, this one, the foot is splitting. God. I'll try to re-glue it before it comes off. Oh, there's no number on that one, but I just noticed that the feet is about to split. So we'll be careful about that. Don't want to split it. So these two figurines, I didn't know what to expect. I'll ask. He says $5 for the two. Yoink. So this will be a gift to Michi 45. Keeps rolling off. So I think I will just put it in a safe place, and I will ask him if he wants me to try to glue it back, or leave it as is, to figure aesthetics, because I gotta get the right glue. I don't know nothing about that. Then I took a chance and I did a little boo-boo, little mistake. I saw this DVD/VHS combo with the remote and cable, and I took a chance. I asked how much. He asked me, what do you offer? So I said $7, and I said I had the exact change. So he said okay. So I've checked it just before making the video. It works. It works fine. Then I read tuner free. I said, oh crap, and I swore, because I wanted to use it in the kitchen and watch DVDs sometimes while I have breakfast, or during lunch when I watch a live quiz show. I check during the commercials. I check a bit of the DVD, but I have the one we have in the kitchen has a tuner, a cable in and out. I put the TV on channel 3, so I have TV on off, VCR on off, for the tuner. So I would press and repress just to check if the commercial break is finished or not. I can't do that with that. There's no coaxial, just these. So yeah, I'm kinda annoyed by that, because it's the same brand as the one I have hooked up and currently using in the kitchen. But it works. It's $7. DVDs, VHS player. I shouldn't complain too much, but I'm disappointed that it doesn't have a tuner. I didn't know they made this kind of recorder. What's the point of having a VHS recorder that only records? There's no input in the back, or I don't think there is an input. I have to check if there's an input, but we'll see. But there's no tuner. And then a guy had 2 boxes of expensive records. Well, most didn't have prices. Some had posters with completely crazy prices. So I picked these 2 records. This is autre chose, un groupe québécois. J'ai déjà ce disque-là, j'ai écouté à mort dans les années 80 sur un pick-up BSR. Mais malheureusement, il n'y a pas les paroles dedans, mais je pense que j'ai pas de copie d'Esper de ça, puis je l'ai beaucoup fait jouer ma copie. Puis quand j'ai vu ça, Plume à l'Outremont, et il y a c'est la version originale, le premier pressage, avec le lock groove à la fin du côté B, qui finit pas. Puis il y avait le inner sleeve dedans, avec les critiques négatives, et la petite image lithographiée dans le coin de la madame avec une poitrine qui dit FU. Ça me passe serré. Plume records are worth a lot in Quebec. So when I've asked how much for the 2, he said, well, they're $10 each. This is a little bit pricey for that one, but this one I didn't want to say anything. I did see in the other box this one, which I got screwed last year and bought, and it was warped, so I need to replace it. So therefore, this was marked 10. I said, if I add this, can I have the lot for 25? He said yes. So it's $5 for this, 10. This is worth $40 to $60 in this condition, especially since it has the lock groove at the end of the B side, and there was a later 1981 pressing, which I also have. I already have this record, but I couldn't pass a Plume. Plume records are worth a lot around here, because they were never re-released on CD somehow. So yeah, good score. And finally, I went back to the table that sold me all this stuff here. But the guy next to it had a whole bunch of 45s. When I went through it, I found nothing good. But he had other collector's things. And I picked up this vintage Johnson's baby powder. And he says it's new family size, probably from the 70s, because like he said, it's both in ounces and grams on it, and it doesn't have any year on it, but in French and English. And I tried to get it for 4. Actually, in my mind, I wanted it for 3, but he wanted 7. I offered 4. He said no, 5 at least. So I gave him $5. So I have one already, but it's not as vintagey as this one, and it's smaller. So we used to use this stuff. I think my mom died of this. She used to, since she was overweight, she used a lot of this stuff when she took a bath, and it was always powder everywhere, all over the bathroom. And she breathed that in, and she coughed a lot at the end of her life, and I'm not sure what she died of, but it could have been from lung poisoning from this stuff. But it did smell good. yeah. And so that was my day. Thank you for watching.